Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. So today in this video we are going to see how we can develop a multi-module Spring Boot project or a multi-service Spring Boot project. Okay, so we are going to discuss that thing today in this video. So first of all, let me try to tell you that I'm going to use the IntelliJ and the IntelliJ Ultimate version so that directly I can create the Spring Boot application in the IntelliJ itself. I need not to go to the Spring Starter and try to download it as a zip file and unzip it. So directly I'm going to use the IntelliJ Ultimate version, and here itself I will try to create the Spring Boot application. Okay, so make sure you have the IntelliJ Ultimate version. It is free for 1 month, so you can directly go to the IntelliJ site and download it. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the development of the multi-module or multi-service Spring Boot project. Okay, so let's say you are going to develop a Spring Boot project and you have more than one services, like more than one microservices. So how you can develop those things in a single project, I'm going to discuss it today in this video. Okay, so let's get started for that. So let me try to go to the IntelliJ, and here I am using the IntelliJ Ultimate version. And if we'll go to the menu, you will find the file, go to the new, and here you can see the project. So select the project and wait for it. So you can see this is Spring Initializer, and from here itself you can create the Spring Boot project. But first of all, we are going to create a new project which would be of Maven type. So you have to select the Java Maven, and here you have to provide the project name. So let's say it is a Spring Boot multi-service application. Okay, something like that. And you have to select the Java Maven. Here you have to select the JDK and then simply create it. Okay, open in a new tab and just wait for a few seconds. So it will try to load this project first, and then we can create the sub modules, is other services inside it. Okay, so just wait for it. Let me close this and make you load the Maven project. Okay, so don't skip it. Load the Maven project. Let me try to close the other things. So here you can see it is resolving the dependency, and I think in few seconds it will be good. So it is good now. Now you have the project which is a parent project, which is a Maven project for you. Now inside this project you can create a multiple services. Okay, so just right click here and go to the new and go to the module, and this time you are going to create a Spring Boot project. So just select the Spring Initializer, and let's say this is microservice 1. Okay, you have to select the Maven here and Java, and yeah, I think good. Go to the next, and let's say I'm just going to use the Spring Web Starter dependency here. Okay, so just create it, and your microservice 1 is created inside the parent Spring Boot multi-service app. Okay, here I have the spelling mistake, so just ignore it. So you can see it started resolving the dependency for the microservice 1. Okay, it will take few seconds, and then you can go inside it and then see those things. So just wait for few seconds. If we'll go inside it, yeah, it is loading. Go to the source, go to the main, and go to the Java. So you can see your microservice 1 is created here. If we'll go to the resource, the application properties file and everything is there for the microservice 1. Now you can create the other service as well. So go to the same parent mod parent project, go to the module, and here you can create the microservice 2. Okay, select the Maven and go next, Let me try to use the Spring Web and create it. Okay, so this is also created. You can see inside this parent we have the microservice 1 and microservice 2. Now it look good when you're going to develop it or going to work it as a multi-service application. So all the application come inside the parent application and you can directly come here and work it. Okay, so now you can see this is recommending you to use the services. So manage multiple Spring Boot run configuration in the Spring Tool window. So use this service. It will try to help you to configure each of the microservices as a separate service, and it will give you the option to run those services. Okay, so you have to enable that, and here you can see this services tab. Just click on it, and inside the Spring Boot, let me try to minimize the Docker here. Inside the Spring Boot you will find these two services, and directly you can run these two services here itself. Okay, if you have more than two services, let's say you have five services, so all those services will be listed here, and directly you can make them up and running. Okay, now let me try to simply create a let's say Git API inside this microservice one. Okay, so go to the main class, and here itself I'm just going to create the Git API. Okay, so let's say at the rate git mapping and slash API, and let me try to create a method which is returning the string, and let's say get microservice 1, and let's say this is returning some string like microservice 1. Okay, so microservice 1, something like that. Okay, similarly just copy this whole thing and go to the microservice 2, go to the source main Java and microservice 2. Let me try to create the API which is a Git API here again in the microservice 2. Okay, let's say API, and this is microservice 2. Okay, and let's say this time it is API slash ABC, something like that, which is, or you can say API 2, and go to the microservice 1, and let's say it is API 1, something like that, so that we can differentiate between both of them. So just do it microservice 1. So you have created a parent application. Inside it you have two services. So using this services tool, directly you can run those services listed here. Okay, so now let me try to run this, and if you select the first service, just run it here and just wait for it. So first of all it will try to build your application and then try to run your application. So here you can see your microservice 1 is up on the port number 8080. Okay, so you can access your API that you have created inside the microservice 1. So how you can access it? Directly you can access from the client let's say browser, or you can also have a couple of options to access this API inside the IntelliJ itself. I will tell you those things later on, but let me try to access this API from the browser itself first of all. So this time let's say our application is up on the port number 8080, and then you have to provide the API 1 and then hit it. So you can see here you can see it is coming as microservice 1. Okay, so your API is working fine and your application is also up and running and everything looks good, and its management is so easy. You can manage both of the services inside the same microservice. Now before running the microservice 2, let me try to change the port number here. So go to the microservice 2 application properties file and let's say server dot port, and let's say you have the port number 8081, and now make the microservice 2 started. So go to the service services and then just start your microservice 2. Okay, so just wait for few seconds and then it will be up and running. So you can see your microservice 2 is up on the port number 8081. Now go to the browser and let me try to open a new tab here, and let's say http 8081 slash API 2 and hit enter. Okay, so it is coming some error. Let me try to go to the microservice 2. Come here. Okay, so here we have not defined the REST controller. So just define the REST controller and let me try to rerun this microservice. So let me try to rerun it. Okay, so before running it, just let me try to stop it and then we can run it. Let me try to maximize it for you. So you can see microservice 2 is starting. It is started on the port number 8080. Sorry, 8081. Now go to the browser and hit this. And here we go. We are able to see the logs, which is microservice 2. And here we can see microservice 1. So both of the microservices are working fine. So if you look in the project, you can see both of the microservices inside the parent project, and directly using this services tool which is provided by the Spring Boot, you can, or which is provided by the IntelliJ, you can directly access those microservices, and the management of both of the microservices become very easy. Now if you want to run those services or hit the API of those services inside the IntelliJ itself, then there is an option of creating a HTTP file. So go to the let's say I'm going to create the uh, HTTP file for the microservice 1. So go to the microservice 1, new file, and here let's say m1.http, and here we go. You can see it has created one HTTP file for us, and there you can define your APIs. Okay, so let me try to add one API here, which is a get, and let me try to localhost 8080 slash API 1, and then you can directly hit this. If you hit it, you can see you are getting the response in the IntelliJ itself. And similarly, you can create the HTTP file for the microservice 2 itself. So let me try to do that. So go to the microservice 2, create a file, let's say m2.http. Make sure the extension of this file is .http, then only it will work. Okay, now let me try to create a get request here, and this time let's say it is localhost 8081 slash API 2, and now hit enter. And here we go. You can see in the logs the API microservice 2 is coming up. So you can see this HTTP request is coming here, and you have the services also listed here, and if you have the Docker or Minikubes, everything is listed here. So management of this microservices become very easy when you create the microservices inside a parent project, okay, as a multi-module or multi-service structure. So this is about the video, guys, and if you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.